What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I ever got the chance to, because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. As always, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next that I haven't done yet, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Dinka Jester Racecar. Now, I did customize the regular Jester about 2 years ago. However, a lot of you guys wanted me to review the race car variant as well. So the race car variant of this car released in December of 2014 with the Festive surprise update and can be found on the San Andreas website for $350,000, which actually is a pretty decent price for a car like this with great styling and performance as well. Now, it is about $110,000 more than the regular Jester, but this one is a bit faster. Now, the Jester name was first introduced in GTA San Andreas and was actually based on the Toyota Supra Mark IV. However, when Rockstar brought the name back for GTA 5, they based it on something completely different. But then in 2018, with the nightclub update, Rockstar made the Jester Classic, which is based on the Mark IV Supra like it was in San Andreas. So very weird how Rockstar chose that whole mix-up there. Very, very weird. But anyways, in terms of track performance, this car is in a sports class. Until this day, it's still in top 20, which is very impressive for a car that's this old. It's around the same pace as the newer Obey 10F on most tracks, which really goes to show how great of a value this car is. And for those of you wondering, yes, the race car variant is faster than the regular one. It has slightly better acceleration, handling, braking, and top speed. So when you combine those four, it makes a big difference when you're racing. Plus, its exhaust note is actually louder than the regular one as well, making it one of the loudest cars in the sports class. But anyways, in terms of what the Jester is based on, is primarily based on the second generation Acura/Honda NSX, an absolutely gorgeous car which was just recently discontinued in 2022 with the Type S model. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Jester race car. Alright, Jester race car. Okay, we got armor, brakes, typical stuff here. This car does have the visual customization copied over from the standard Jester. So you have all these options here. However, when you choose the primary colored ones, the livery also does transfer over, as you can see. So that's pretty cool there. I think I might as well just put the primary colored ones just so we can see all the liveries that kind of extend to those parts. Doesn't extend to the diffuser though. Okay, so we'll just do painted. Engine, max that out. Exhaust. Get some revs here so you can get rid of the smoke. You got those there. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the titanium because it is a race car after all. Might as well go with all the crazy parts. Lights. I think we'll keep the white lights because this is more like a race car. Plates. I guess we'll do black background and put my track plate on there. Respray. So the primary color is sort of like the front, I guess the top half of the car, sort of at an angle, and then also some of the bottom section. I mean, it's really cool. I guess you can say it's the primary color of the car, but then it just has the red kind of going through it, which is very cool the way Rockstar did this. I like this a lot, actually. Very, very cool. Now, my favorite color combo for this, frankly, is just the white, because you have the white with the red. And something I did notice, too, if you notice, there's no metals category. So you can't paint this car chrome, you can't paint it gold, and none of that stuff, so, or brushed aluminum. Very, very weird. So they took those away, but Chameleon is here, so that's interesting. So you can still do Chameleon, which is very weird, but yeah. Alright, I'm going to go with my classic white here. Just do ice white on there. Secondary color is going to be your mirrors. And I think the interior stitching, mirrors. So yeah, so interior stitching and mirrors. I don't see anything changing in the engine bay or brake calipers, nothing like that. So yeah, interior stitching and mirrors. I guess we'll make that red, right? Might as well. So it matches up to the livery. So we'll do that red. Plus, we also get the interior stitching in red, so that works out. Roll cage. So you got the roll cage option here, as you can see. It puts the roll cage in here, and then you have the roll cage and chassis modifications. So this is a big one. It does a lot. So it adds a roof scoop. It adds vortex generators on the roof, as you can see. It adds sort of like latches for the rear bumper, like a race car. It adds a tow hook back here. It adds fender vents. It adds hood vents. It's tow hook at the front. Hood catches also on the front, and for the front bumper as well. I mean, it's an entire like package. It's basically a race package. Oh, and the I think that's a fuel filler there on the side too, as well, on the rear quarter windows as well. I mean, that's wild. I mean, that's just a crazy option there. That's insane. I really wish they would have separated all these parts, but I mean, remember, this car did come out again in 2014, so it does make sense. But yeah, we'll do that. It is a race car. And then this one's up to you. You don't really have to do this one if you still want to have the engine bay visible. But I do like how the livery also transfers to this louver cover. And to me, it makes it look even more like a race car. So I think it's better to have this on the race car variant. And then if you have a normal Jester, maybe have it with the stock. So yeah, alright, we'll do that too. Skirts. Do primary color to match. That looks sick. That's awesome. Spoiler upgrades. You have a few different ones here. You have this carbon one. You have this one. Type 2. And then you have the giant bench seat spoiler with the Dinka Racing on the side. Honestly, I like the color-coded wing a lot. Plus we get the livery stuff on there. This one just a giant carbon bench seat wing. I mean, I don't know. It's just a bit too big for my taste. Even though we are going for a race car build. But I think this one's still big enough. So we'll do that. Suspension, you want to lower it all the way, even though it really doesn't. Jesus, that doesn't do much. Look at that. Look at these changes. What is that? In millimeters? That's just terrible. Okay. Transmission, turbo, wheels. Alright, so for wheels, so really cool on this car, it comes with the stock wheels in red, which is really interesting. But I think if you take them away, I think if you buy another wheel and then put it back to stock, I think it puts it back to alloy, so you lose the red. But honestly, I still want to change these either way, and I want something that looks kind of similar to the stocks, but with more of a concave look to it. I think the concave racers look pretty good. The forged stars look phenomenal on there too. And just the Jester race car in general, I mean, look at how wide the back wheels and tires are. It's insane. So when you put like a super aggressive concave wheel on this thing, it's just amplified even more. Like, look at that. Just look at that back wheel. It's just, look at that. It's just nuts. I love it. I feel like this car just needs a concave wheel to just kind of just make it look even crazier than what it already is. Yeah, I think I might go with the Hyper Fresh, honestly. I mean, it gives us that race car look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with those. Yeah, let's do that. And I think if you buy stock, actually no, because the wheel color's still there. But wait a minute. Oh, it's still what? Okay, hold on. Wait, I think if we put alloy, and then you try to buy the stock wheels again, see, and then you just lost the color. But if you go, let's go back to our. I actually want to see how this works. I'm pretty sure you lose it once you change that color. Let's go back to our Hyperfresh wheels we bought. Let's paint them red. See, we already have the red purchased. Like, it comes with it. But then if we put the stock wheels back, it sticks to this car. Look at that. So Rockstar has a way of doing that. Rockstar, can you just do that to all the cars, please? Obviously you figured it out. You figured out a way for that to work. Why do we have to use glitches or buy it from Simeon's dealership or win it off the podium with special black wheels or white wheels? Just let us do it normally instead of having to use a glitch or get it in a special way. That would be so much better. Just paint stock wheels whatever color we want without having to use, you know, glitches or getting it in special ways. Very, very interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna go black. Yeah, the black looks good. The red also looks good. I mean, it kind of goes with the livery, but I don't know. I feel like because I mean we have the red center locks there, a little hints of red with the black. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Red, white, or black. The white looks pretty sick too. You know, that white looks really good. Normally, I'm not a fan of white wheels. Let's do that. I'm normally not a fan, but that actually looks pretty aggressive. I like that. All right, windows. I mean, it's a race car, right? So we won't do any window tints, and that's everything there. All right, yeah, those white wheels look a lot better than I thought they would. Let's take it for a drive. I think it looks sick. I'm really happy with the white wheels, actually. But either way, let me know in the comments which one you like better, the white wheels or the black or the red. The white wheels look sick on here. So the sunlight here. What a beast. I mean, it's still crazy to think about that this car came out in 2014. Well, in the base version of that, the regular Jester came out, I believe, a few months before that, and I think early 2014. Gotta double check, but yeah, I mean, that's just wild. The car this old, and it still looks this good till this day. And one thing I really love about the Jester is that it has DRLs built in. So the lights are off right here, right? But then it still has a little LED strip. So when I get out of the car, you can see it turns off. And then when I get back in the car, if you pay attention to the headlights, you'll see it turn back on. Boom. See? Turns back on and the headlights are off. So that is sick. Very few cars in GTA Online have built-in daytime running lights, which is DRL is the acronym for that. I wish Rockstar would put it on more cars, but here's the interior here. So this is what kind of dates this car. Rockstar doesn't really use this interior for supercars anymore. This is what they were using back in the day. Torno, the Turismo R, and stuff like that. And most of their supercars, but obviously they don't use this anymore because it just looks really, really dated. But yeah. All right, floor it here. All-wheel drive, of course. Listen to how loud this is. Oh my god, we're going to the underpass here. Sounds so good. It's so loud, this car. And if you've ever done sports races and somebody's using this car in the race, you can literally hear it like on the other side of the track. it's really, really loud. Or even if it's like super far behind you, you still hear it. And it's just so fast. And it's very, very easy to drive as well. It's a really good car. Now, there are cars in GTA Online that drive better with off-roads because they absorb the bumps better. Pretty much most of the racing community knows that. You know, tuner wheels and off-road tires because they have the tires can clip function or whatever. This car, it actually makes a huge difference on it. I used to race with this thing a lot back in the day when I was in a racing crew, and the off-roads made a huge difference on this car. On some cars, not so much, but this one, at least from my experience back in the day, you know, doing world records and all that, with a group, like this crew I was in where we were hot lapping races a lot. I used to race a lot back in the day. And the off-roads, everybody agreed, you know, the top racers in the community, that the off-roads made a big difference on this car. But, I mean, obviously this thing is not the Kingpin anymore, so I guess it doesn't really matter. You're not going to really be using it for races anymore, probably. So I guess you're better off just having a normal wheel look on it. But yeah, super nice. Very easy to drive. Super fast. I remember even back then, the LG RH8 was still better than this car on most tracks. However, this car was more consistent and a lot easier to drive. The LG RH8 has the infamous snap oversteer if you're not careful, and it's something it takes a lot more skill to drive compared to this car. This thing's a lot more forgiving, and it's just better for bumpy tracks and stuff like that. But obviously this is talking back in the day, before the Pariah and all that stuff. But alright, let's go ahead, pull over here and open all the doors and stuff. It looks fantastic. I love it. Alright, vehicle doors. Look at that, we got some scratches on it, just like a real race. Okay, all this opens up here. We already talked about that. Here's the engine bay, and believe it or not, like, I'm actually fairly impressed. This engine model, I mean, from a distance, it doesn't look that bad. Like, for being a 2014 DLC car, like, the carbon in there, from a distance, it's not bad. Like, honestly, this car's biggest downfall is probably the interior. But other than that, I mean, this is a really, really good car. For 350,000, I think it's an absolute steal. Now, the regular Jester is cheaper. That one, I believe, is... Let me double check here. See, I believe it was like 250 or something like that. 240. Yeah, so it's about $100,000 difference. So, yeah, I mean, they're both great deals. I own both of them personally. So, yeah, I think they're both great cars. And just the design of this thing, Rockstar even incorporated the flying buttresses, just like the real one. You can see straight through this body panel there. Just a fantastic design. I love the light bar at the rear that goes all the way across. See that? Oh, I love that. Just the lighting on this car was just so well done, especially for back then. It's just a really, really good car. Love this one. Anyways, guys, definitely let me know what car from late 2015 or do you want to see me customize next that I haven't done yet. Again, the list will be down below in the comments of, you know, the cars that I haven't customized as of yet. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.